5-5. They're now 7-5 for the South. They trail 1-0, as we saw in the most recent game. Winning the shot battle doesn't necessarily win you a game, and now they come in, the West does, and a nice play there to tie up the forward Adriana King as they came in 2-on-1 low. Puck comes to the near side, and now it's played out to center, and here comes O'Keefe. Over the line, O'Keefe had it poke checked away, and they'll carry on. Puck played off to the corner by Schubert. Now around on the near side, Schubert tries to hold and does. Now back to the left point, Schubert takes a shot. Oh, and that's deflected over the top, and that was tipped in front by Miller. Now around on the near side and winds up off in the far corner as King goes after it. 3 gray shirts and 2 blue, and the West wins that puck over to the near side for Cedarstrand. 17 minutes to go as it comes out to center ice, and now played into the zone, and chasing after it is Zins, and will get there first along the boards. A centering pass is deflected behind the net, and then Zins is going to head off on a change as the puck played along the near boards. It comes out. King takes a shot, saved Bjorklund off to the right. Now here's Nelson behind the net, and it's loose at the left edge, and that's steered to safety. South will play it ahead, and it'll wind up knocked back along the wall. Players from both teams in, and now it's cleared ahead. It gets past Cedarstrand. It comes all the way back. Or check that. That's Ella Pohl, number 11. Doesn't go far enough for icing after all that. Now picked up and played out to center for Bryn Nelson. Starts in for the West. Nelson has it poke checked away. And carrying on is King. Takes a shot, and a glove catch by Bjorklund, and a nice stave there. And keeps it 1-0. 16-11 to go in the second half of our championship contest. Now winds up going behind the goal, and here's Maunu for the South coming around the near side with it, and can't get past Pohl along the boards. And now it comes out to center, and trying to chase onto the puck and finally getting there is Menden over the line. Menden takes a shot as she falls, and it's picked up by Roberts in the corner. Back behind the goal for Huber. Vivian Huber over to the far side. Now Roberts again. Back behind the net it goes, and Pohl after it. Cleared up the boards. And now it's picked off by Menden. And takes a shot that was going wide, but Lavender pokes it off to the boards anyway. Long pass, and just for a moment, the South was 6 skaters on the ice. As player coming off the bench a little bit early as Schuler was trying to leave. Now a bouncing puck in the circle is controlled by Campbell Anderson on a pass to the right. And trying to break down the wing. Here they come. It's his Brockway closing in and drags it across, and then not able to get a shot on goal after all that, but a fine turn of speed. Now cleared around to the near side to the point, and it's picked up by Anderson, who plays it around behind the net. And now South controlling along the boards. And a shot sails wide of the goal on the near side. Anderson pinching, and that comes out to center ice where it's controlled by Allstat. Now Brockway play it in. And on the backhand, Pohl plays it across. Huber to center ice. Controlled by Piper Allstott. Now out to center, and here comes the South again. And it's Brockway. Pass to the right, looking there for Svoboda. Now over the line, takes a shot and misses wide to the far side. Controlled by Walls, who tries to bank it ahead. That's intercepted. And coming off the goal line and bringing it right in front. Grillo able to take it behind the net. 7 minutes gone. And over the line is Grillo on the backhand, and that's poked behind the net. Grillo got her own rebound and now has it on the near corner, tries to feed the circle for Wilson. South trying to work out of the zone, but that's stolen away, and here's a chance in front for Sheely, and that's off the traffic. That's the only goal of this game. Now it comes out to center. And some pressure there as Walls makes the turn and comes over the line and shoots. And a save by Bjorklund off to the right. Now it's into the corner. And loose to the left edge. Finally in front. Here's a shot. Oh, and a great chance there, and a good stop by Bjorklund against Huber as the puck comes to the high slot. And finally in front. Diagonal pass. Oh, and a good stop by Bjorklund. They come around the near side and score. Bjorklund can only hold them off for so long as the West takes a 2-0 lead. And I think that's King that's going to get that goal. But it's 2-0 West. Eight minutes and 2 seconds, the time of the goal for a 2-0 lead. And it is Sheely again. So Cedarstrand gets a second assist. That's the second time that I have missed a goal for Scarlett Sheely. I apologize to the young lady. But Sheely gets the last touch again, and it is 2-0. Has both goals. Now down the wing. And it's played into the West zone with 12:14 to go. And now the South with some urgency here as they trail it by 2 goals. And it's played to the far side and over the line. Roberts shoots, and that goes wide. Finally picked up, and now the South starts back. And it's into the zone. We have a penalty coming as Martin takes it behind the net, tries to swing around and wrap it around, and now it's touched, and we'll get the penalty. And I am pretty sure that's going to be on Bryn Nelson. It's going to be a hooking penalty. Time of the penalty is 9 minutes and 19 seconds. And it is indeed Nelson taking the penalty. So another power play for the South. It's their second, and they could use a goal. Now a chance in front, and a shot sails over the top. And now picked up by Huber behind the goal, Vivian Huber, and now off to the far side, and the South going to win that puck down low as Martin tries to center it. It comes off sticks and comes to the far side. And now over the line, a poke check knocks it away from Huber, but there to play it is Billman, and now it comes out to center, and here comes the South back. And over the line, looks like Allstat to the right, trying to center it on the backhand, and it runs to the circle, finally controlled by the South on the boards. They drop it back to the right point, 1:10 to go in the power play. Here's a shot through traffic, right on. Rebound, they score! And the South is on the board. With 10:49 to go, it is a power play goal. And it looks like Zoe Menden. But in any event, it is 2-1. I've been wrong twice already here in this one. So we'll see how this works out. 10-11, it is a power play goal. And now back over the line they come again. Here's a shot that doesn't get through from Brockway. Now loose at the right edge, and it comes on to Lavender, who makes the save and gets a stoppage. With 10:35 left, power play goal for Team South, and they are right back in it at 2-1. Now, let's get the goal. And it is Menden. And Cook gets the only assist. It's a power play goal, and it's 2-1. And now here's Zins over the line, backhands it towards the net, and it goes wide. Teresa Huber behind the goal, now leaves it, and here is Svobodny. Playing up the far side for Schuler. Now a pass for Brockway. And Brockway at the red line will play it in. Comes around to the far side, and Boyle along the boards. And players from both teams in. We're under 10 minutes to play now. In a 2-1 game, puck comes back into the corner. And the West will play around to the near side, looking there for King on the wall. But King doesn't get it, but that's okay because Ellie Zins was there to clear it. Now, pass to the near side. And here comes Miller playing it ahead. Svobodny over the line. And it trickles towards the slot area. Now picked up by the West, and they carry out. Here's Nelson over the line. Nelson now loose in the right corner, and South trying to take over. And they'll pick it up and play to the near side boards. Finally, a pass up the middle is carried out to center. And over the line. Around behind the net to the near side, and here's King going after it. And then King lost out. Now played around behind the net as Sampier up on the forecheck for the South. As is played towards center ice, and it comes out. 8:40 to go, and here's Miller over the line. Leaves a drop pass for Sampier, and a return pass for Miller, and it was knocked behind the net. Now here is Miller again, centers it loose in front, and it goes just wide as Sampier had a swing and a miss there at the right edge as the puck comes out to center, and here's a race for it. Grillo will get there first against Martin. Grillo going in, takes the shot, save made, and it's cleared. The rebound. Bjorklund made the first save, and the defense did the rest. 8:10 to go, and now comes out to center ice, and it's controlled by the West. Played to the near side. Sheely, check that, Brown. Now controlled by Grillo. In the circle, Grillo shoots, and a save by Bjorklund, a glove catch, and we'll get a stoppage with 7:59 to go. Shots are 12-9 for the South, but they trail 2-1 with 7:59 to go in regulation time of our fifth and final game of this championship Sunday. Now Sampier, or check that, Pole. Now played around behind the South goal. Cook plays it around on the near side. And now the South comes back, and they've got a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Back pressure coming, and here is Huber. Teresa Huber plays it across, and tied up was Menden. Not able to shoot. Comes to the right point, and a shot. And Lavender saves. Rebound comes through. Penalty coming. And the puck is touched. And we're going to get a hooking call with 7:25 to go. And this one is going to go also against the West. All three penalties against Team West. And Bailey Brown heads to the penalty box. Time of the penalty, 13 minutes, 35 seconds. Power play number 3 for the South. Here's a shot, and that's deflected. The puck came right to Allstat and was not able to get it through the defense. Now loose along the wall, poked out to center. Now controlled by Teresa Huber, and then not able to play it ahead, but carrying on and bringing it in as Menden, who has their goal. Now in the right corner, Pole takes over for the West. Stops there, Menden closes, and the puck comes to the near side. And body's starting to bounce around out there as it's picked up by Menden. Here's a shot, Lavender saves, and it goes behind the goal for Ella Pole. Fed off to the far side for Billman. And now a rink-wide pass is tipped, picked up there by Menden, and the slot shoots, save Lavender, rebound up the slot, backhanded shot, and they score! And it's 2-2. Unable to clear their lines, and it's another power play goal for the South. And Ryan Roper looks to be the goal scorer. Power play goal. And it comes at 14 minutes and 24 seconds. Both the South's goals on power plays. Get the announcement, but we have a new game. 2-2. Cleared around to the far side. Sheely, who has both the goals for the West, comes to center and now plays it ahead, and it gets past Campbell Anderson, who comes back for it. Now here's Cedarstrand. Getting to it in the corner. Defender falls. Cedarstrand behind the net. Comes around the near side. Centers it. And they score. Adriana King with a goal. Or was that for the third time Sheely that I would have missed? So the West goes right back in front, 3-2. 14:52 is the time of the goal, so it takes them less than half a minute to regain the lead. So Campbell Anderson and Teresa Huber assisting on Roper's power play goal, so we wait for the second announcement here. And now the South has it all to do again. Now here's Svobodny behind the goal. Ran too far for her, and now a pass up the middle and out to center. And over the line, Brown closing in. A shot saved by Bjorklund, and we get a face-off. 5:29 to go. And we have a player down. Trying to get the jersey number, and it's Quinn Schubert. Was slow to get up, and now skates off. So we'll get a face-off now with 5 minutes and 29 seconds left in the third period. Face-off to the right of Bjorklund. Sharp angled shot, deflected behind the net, and now controlled by the South. Cleared up the wing. Let's get the announcement on the goal. And it was Sheely. Kylie Wilson getting an assist and a goal as well, along with Cedarstrand, who's got 3 assists. Sheely with a hat trick. First 3 goals of the tournament for her. And now here's a break down the near wing, and catching up to it is Miller. And that winds up going behind the goal with less than 5 minutes to go. And out to center. Controlled now by King. And over the line, it's Nelson. Closing in, Nelson poke checked off her stick from behind by Teresa Huber. And now 4.5 minutes for the South to come back, and now they play it ahead, and they'll start out. And this is O'Keefe over the line. Going wide, stops at the hash mark, centering pass, and it's going to trickle back out to center ice. It's controlled now by Campbell Anderson off to the far side, loose in the center circle, and played back behind Anderson, who has to race for it. And after her is Bryn Nelson for the West, and it winds up going behind the goal. Here's Anderson up the far side. I should just assume it's Sheely when the West scores, because she's got all 3 of them here. Now it comes up the slot. Now poked away to the near side. And a penalty coming. And this one's going to be on Grillo. And with 3:44 to go, it is another power play, a trip. And Grillo goes. 17 minutes and 16 seconds is the time. And another power play. All 4 in the game have gone to the South. Now they need one with 3:44 to go, trailing by 1. Now played down into the corner and behind the net, Huber. Vivian Huber is a sharp angled shot. Save Lavender, and the rebound is smothered. And we get a face-off with 3:36 now to go. 7 seconds gone on the power play. South is 2 for 3 so far on the power play. Puck in the circle. Off to the far boards, and now try to come in front. Here's a backhanded shot, and it's loose in the crease. Lavender diving. Where is it? And it's picked up in the left corner by Bryn Nelson. It comes around behind the goal and plays it past one forward and comes to the near side boards. Finally, it's picked up and given away. Here's a chance in front. Roper shooting, and that is stopped. Roper again on the near side, who has a power play goal in this one. It's over 3 minutes to go. It comes to Campbell Anderson, who takes the shot. That's knocked down in front, picked up by Billman. And Billman will carry it to center ice, gets to the red line to avoid icing, and now plays it across and shoots it in. Halfway through the power play. And 2:45 to go, a 3-2 game. Finally dug out. Played around behind the goal. 50 seconds in the power play, and the South will start out. And a poke check, but carrying on is Anderson. Campbell Anderson over the line. Oh, and over the line comes Anderson. Tried to get to the backhand, and now Menden in the circle goes after it. And Roper, who ran into Anderson on that last sequence. Now here's Michaela Martin. Playing it back in, and it goes behind the net. Chasing after it, Grillo. 20 seconds in the power play. 2:03 to go. And they're doing a nice job, the West is, of keeping the puck pinned in against the boards. Now it's finally picked up, and Huber, check that, Zins 15 instead of 5, plays it all the way down the ice. Comes on to the goaltender, and that's going to just about do it for this power play with 1:45 to go. And now it comes out to center. And down the wing, here comes Brockway. Brockway closing, and then it's poke checked away at the last moment. Comes up the wall. Goaltender pulled. 6 skaters now for the South. And back behind the net, this is Svobodny with it. And working against 2 defenders. Svobodny centers it, and it comes to the right edge. Schuler had a poke at it and couldn't make contact. Now another centering pass, and that comes through to the near side. And winds up along the wall. 1:10 to go. Back around behind the net to the far side. Huber chasing after it along with Svobodny. Now played to the far wall. And loose to the high slot. And a shot by Brockway is blocked. Now you hit the last minute and the puck is cleared all the way back. And here's Martin with it. 50 seconds to play. Martin to the near side. Here's Schuler leaving a drop pass. And it's knocked away at the blue line and controlled by Schuler. Bank pass to the far side, and Roberts will get there first. Now picked away in the center circle, and here comes the South. Over the line, they have to get onside first, and they lose possession. Controlled by Teresa Huber, and will carry it over the line, and then it's lost there and flipped ahead, kicked at by Cook to the far side with 25 seconds to go. And here's Svobodny over the line. Has a trailer in the slot, comes around behind the net, centers it. It comes right up the slot. Here's a shot. Lavender watches it go wide. 15 seconds to go. And it comes to the near side. It's played all the way back out. And Sampier picks it up with 8 seconds to go. Passes over the line. And they play it back in. And they're offside with 2 seconds to go. And that will just about do it as the West, with Scarlett Sheely scoring all 3 goals. Puck is dropped, and that is it. The game is over, and the final score is the West 3 and the South 2. Well-played contest here, and that on a hat trick by Scarlett Sheely does it. And final shots in the game are 18-12 for the South. So they had 13 shots to 7 in the second half for the South, but they fall by a score of 3-2, and that will do it. And we'll get the final announcements here for all tournaments and players of the game. It's been fun here this afternoon, all 5 games. Fun to watch here at the Stars of Tomorrow 2025. We'll get it down to the public address announcers and Tony Scott at center ice. Jeff Pappas saying so long. We'll see you next time here on the Hub.
First for Team West, number 1, Leah Lavender. From Team South, number 15, Mackenzie Cook. From Team West, number 11, Ella Pohl. From Team South, number 17, Raya Saboya. From Team South, number 16, Brantley Broadway. And from Team West, also our tournament MVP, number 8, Scarlett Sheely.
She got the hat trick today.
I think so.
Ready, go, score! Ladies and gentlemen, your 2012 Girls All-Tournament team. Congratulations.
Oh, you're right. Out of order.
I know.
And now with the champions, Team West, please huddle around center ice for the champions picture. Congratulations. Thanks to all teams.
Start tearing down.
Right. Okay.
Not much, to be honest. Thank you. Can you get any bags over here?